This is Your Path, live, with Bishop Mark, live from Dallas Universal Life Church in Dallas, Texas.
And good evening, folks. Welcome to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. I'm your host, Bishop Mark Zorn. Let me turn this volume down over here so we don't get any feedback. Let's turn that down real quick. There we go. That's better. Welcome to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. I'm your host, Bishop Mark Zorn, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas, and Dallas Universal Life Church, as we do every Wednesday night at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Welcome. This show is about you. It's all about you. That's why it's called Your Path. So, well, that means you need to call in. There's a QR code right there on the top of your screen, or yeah, both of those screens. On top of the screen, just take your phone and put it on camera. Go like this with it, and go to the screen and push the little button that comes up. And it's going to bring a link. And hit that link, and it's going to take you into the green room for me, and we're going to talk and go live with me on the air. What are we going to do and go live? Well, you're going to talk to me. We're going to talk about your life, your Christianity, your faith, your relationships, whatever you want to talk about. We're going to pray with you. That's what the show's about. It's about you. Now, of course, we do have a topic we're going to talk about, and we've got a big one today, folks. And you can talk about the topic too when you call in, but please do call in. I want to hear from you. At least call and say, hey, something. They've been a little slow this year. Last year we had a great people calling in, and it was nice. And hopefully we can get back to that. So let's get on with what we've got today. You all ready for this one? Okay. You never know what's going to come up here, do you? All right. Wednesday. Now, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. And this is where we stop playing games with our own lives. Because some of you have mastered the art of sounding spiritual while staying stuck. Tonight's message is simple, but it's not gentle. Number one, stop waiting for a sign. And number two, stop hiding like God can't see you. And yes, let me put this timestamp on it. We are 14 days away from Ash Wednesday. I'm not teaching Lent tonight. I'm just telling you the truth. That deadline is close enough that you don't have time to keep doing what you've been doing and pretending it's going to magically change. So settle in, take a breath, and don't run from the part that hits you. Wednesday is where the real you shows up. Sunday is easy to fake. Sunday, you can look holy. Sunday, you can sound grateful. Sunday, you can post the verse, share the quote, wear the smile. But Wednesday is different. Wednesday squeezes you. And when something gets squeezed, whatever is inside comes out. So Wednesday is when we find out, what do you do when you're stressed? What do you do when you're lonely? What do you do when you're angry? What do you do when you feel rejected? What do you do when you feel like you're not enough? Because your coping mechanism is your real religion. Let me say it again. Your coping mechanism is your real religion. When life hits, what do you run to? Because whatever you run to over and over, that is what's forming you. Let's do this. Let's name what Wednesday actually brings, okay? Money pressure. Some of you are doing math that doesn't math. Rent, a car note, insurance, food, gas, phone, medical, credit cards. And it feels like you're working and working and working and still losing. And money stress will tempt you to become somebody you don't even recognize. You start hiding spending. You start lying to keep peace. You start doing little dishonest things. You start making desperate choices. You start sacrificing tomorrow for relief today. How about relationship pressure? Midweek is when the cracks show. The argument you didn't resolve is still sitting there. The resentment you swallowed is still poisoning you. The loneliness you ignore gets loud. And that's when people start running to the wrong comfort. Texting the person they swore they were done with. Flirting for validation. Picking fights because attention feels better than emptiness. Going back to the same chaos because peace feels unfamiliar. Mental and emotional pressure. Wednesday is when your thoughts turn into a courtroom. Your mind starts prosecuting you. You're behind. You're failing. You always mess up. You always mess it up. They don't really love you. You'll never change. and you don't know how to sit with pain, you'll go numb. You'll go numb it. Which brings me to the two things tonight is really about: stalling and hiding. So message number one we've got tonight is stop waiting for a sign. Stop waiting for a sign. Let's deal with it. I'm waiting for a sign. That sounds like that sounds like a spiritual line. It sounds mature. It sounds wise, but most of the time it's just fear dressed up in church clothes. Because a lot of people are not waiting on God. They're waiting on certainty. They're waiting on comfort. They're waiting on a guarantee that life does not give. And here's why that matters. If you're waiting for a sign, you can avoid responsibility. You can say, well, God didn't show me. No, God showed you. You just didn't like what you saw. Now, the truth you don't want to admit, you already know. I'm going to say something that will make some people mad. Most of you already know what you need to do. You know what to stop. You know what to start. You know what boundary to set. You know you need to what you need to apologize for and who you need to apologize to. You know what relationship is pulling you under. You know what habit is stealing your peace. And you know what secret is rotting your soul. But you keep asking for a sign because you want to delay the moment of decision. And I'm calling that out tonight because delay has a cost. Delay costs you time. It costs you energy, clarity, integrity, peace, and eventually it costs you hope. You keep telling yourself later. Well, later is where dreams go to die. Later is where healing gets postponed until it's a crisis. Later is where relationships decay. Later is where one more time becomes 10 more years. So no, you don't need a sign. You need to stop stalling. Now listen, some of you keep asking God, show me if this is okay. But you're not asking because you're confused. You're asking because you're hoping God will approve your compromise. You're not seeking direction. You're seeking permission. You're negotiating. God, if you don't stop me, that means it's fine. No, that's not how this works. It means, God, please give me a reason to keep doing what I already want to do. But truth doesn't negotiate. Truth calls you higher. Now we turn the corner. Because even if you stop waiting for signs, here's the next issue. Some of you are hiding. And you're hiding because you think the goal is to look good. And you can hide from people. You can put on a front. You can put up a front for your friends. You can put up a front for your family. You can put up a front for your coworkers. You can put up a front for your church community. But you cannot hide from God. God knows the real you. Not just the good, not just the parts you're proud of. God knows the parts you don't post. God knows the parts you deny. God knows the parts you minimize. God knows the parts you keep behind locked doors and passwords and fake explanations. And here's the kicker. God isn't shocked. You're the one still pretending. Now let's get surgical. Performance says, I have to look strong. Truth says, I can be honest and still be loved. Performance says, I have to appear clean. Truth says, I can come to God messy and be healed. Performance says, if people knew the real me, I'd be rejected. Truth says, God already knows me completely, and God still calls me. Performance is exhausting because performance means you live multiple lives: public you, private you, online you, I'm fine you, don't ask questions you. And you are tired. Not because you're working too hard, because you're acting too hard. A double life, a triple life, a quadruple life, it will drain you. And a double life will eventually destroy you. Now, let's clarify something because people love to hide behind this word privacy. Privacy is healthy. Privacy is this is personal. Privacy is this is protected. Privacy is this is sacred and I'm careful. But secrecy is different. Secrecy is fear. Secrecy is this must not be found out. Privacy is calm. Secrecy is anxious. Privacy doesn't panic when someone gets close. Secrecy starts sweating when truth walks in the room. And here's the line you said, and it's dead on. If you have to hide what you're doing, if you have to hide what you're doing, there's a strong chance you're ashamed. And if you're ashamed, it usually means you already know you shouldn't be doing it. Again, if you have to hide what you're doing, there's a strong chance you're ashamed. And if you're ashamed, it usually means you already know you shouldn't be doing it. God gives you the gift of shame, the gift of guilt to teach you and tell you, hey, in case you didn't already know, you're messing up here. Because good things survive daylight. Integrity survives daylight. But uncontrolled addiction doesn't. Cheating doesn't. Manipulation doesn't. Lies don't. Compromise doesn't. A second here. Get my notes together. Okay, good. We're good. Now, I'm going to make it real because I'm not here to speak in clouds. I'm here to speak into living rooms. Scenario number one, the I'm fine person. You're the strong one, the dependable one, the one who shows up. But inside you're not okay. And you won't admit it because your identity is built on being needed. So you keep functioning, but you're breaking. Listen, being functional is not the same as being healthy. God knows you're not fine. Stop waiting for a sign. The sign is that you're exhausted all the time. Get help. Tell the truth and stop performing. Scenario number two, the secret habit that owns you. You keep saying you can stop whenever you want. Then stop. But you don't. Because it's not just a habit, it's a dependency. And it lives in secrecy. You know why it stays powerful. Do you? Because nobody can confront what nobody knows. And you don't want it confronted because part of you still loves it. So you hide it, you manage it, you justify it, you rename it. But it's costing you peace. God sees it. And God is not calling you out to humiliate you. God is calling you out to free you. Scenario number three, the hidden conversation. Now, you know the one. The conversation you delete, the friendship that isn't clean, the messages that would crush someone if they saw them. And you keep telling yourself it's nothing. Well, if it's nothing, why are you hiding it? If it's innocent, why does it need secrecy? If it's fine, why do you feel the wave of guilt afterward? Let me help you. Your soul is raising an alarm. Listen to it. Scenario number 4, the bitter heart. Bitter heart. You smile, you say the right words, but you are bitter. You keep score. You rehearse arguments in your head. You want people to get what they deserve. And you wonder why you feel spiritually dry. Bitterness blocks love. Bitterness blocks joy. Bitterness blocks peace. You can't hold poison and call it prayer. Scenario number 5, the people pleaser. Now, you don't live for God. You live for approval. You say yes. You say yes when you mean no. You over-explain. You apologize for existing. You shapeshift depending on who's in the room. He's asleep again. Can you believe it? And you're exhausted because you're trying to be lovable by being useful. Being lovable by being useful. Now, hear me. You are not saved by being needed. Stop waiting for a sign. The sign is that you're resentful. So start living in truth. Now, scenario number 6, the controller. You call it being responsible, but really it's fear. You have to control the outcome, control the people, control the narrative, control the timing. And when you can't control it, you spiral. God is not asking you to control everything. God is asking you to trust. And trust is not a vibe. It's a decision to release the illusion of control. Think about that one. Trust is not a vibe. It's a decision to release the illusion of control. You don't have control, really. Believe me, you don't. Would you do me a favor? Could you grab me a bottle of water? I drink up all my Coke and it's still this dry air is just getting me. Okay. Wait for him to come back for a second. We got plenty of time on this. Hey, folks, call in. Look, there's that scrolling thing going across the bottom of your screen or the top of your screen, whichever one you're looking at. Thank you, sir. That's how you get in touch with me and call in on the show. I want to hear from you, folks. I know you're listening. I know you're watching. Please call in. Say hey. Just, hi, Bishop. How you doing? I think John's supposed to call in later on. Hopefully he does. Please call in. It's tinyurl.com/BishopMark24, which stands for February 4th. BishopMark24. So tinyurl.com/BishopMark24, or just use your phone and click on that QR code up there. I really would like to hear from you. Okay. Thank you for the water. Scenario number 7. Go ahead, Tim, cough it out. There you go. Okay, sorry, I just have a little message here. Here we go. Scenario number 7. The perfectionist. You're not chasing excellence. You're running from shame. Because you believe if you're not perfect, you're not safe. So you work. You fix. You edit. You obsess. You overthink. And the whole time, you're terrified of being seen as human. God isn't asking you for perfection. God is asking you for honesty. Scenario number 8, the escapist. You don't rest, you disappear. You don't process pain, you numb it. Screens, sleep, food, substances, drama, fantasy. And you call it self-care. No. That's avoidance. Rest restores you. Escape delays you. And delayed pain always comes back with interest. Scenario number 9, the drama addict. Some of you are uncomfortable with peace. So when life gets calm, you stir it up. You pick fights. You assume the worst. You sabotage. Because chaos is familiar. But let me tell you, chaos is not your identity. Chaos is your conditioning. God wants to retain you for peace, not chaos. Scenario number 10, the delayed obedience person. Now, this one is simple. You keep saying, later I'll apologize. Later I'll stop. Later I'll get counseling. Later I'll get serious. Later I'll change. And later keeps moving, because the truth is, you don't drift into healing. You decide. Okay. I'm going to stop right there for a second. I know we're a little early on the commercials, but I'm going to do a commercial break here. Yeah, I do. I always go too fast. Folks, there's the link right there on your screen, tinyurl.com/bishopmark24, bishopmark24 to call in, talk about your life, talk about your relationship, talk about God, talk about love, talk about your work, talk about your school, whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to pray about. That's what I'm here for. That's what I do. You're going to put me out of a job, you'll call. You don't want to do that. You don't want to feel responsible for me not having a job. Come on now. Okay. So we'll take a quick break as soon as I find this little commercial here. Again, the only one running the controls over here. Tim hasn't learned it yet. Trying to get him to learn it. Trying to teach him how to do it, but you learn something new, then you have responsibility and you have to do it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where we're going here. Oh, where is this? That dang thing. Oh, it's right there. All right, folks. We'll be right back.
The Zoo Radio Network exists for one reason: to reach people where they are with music, conversation, and truth that still matters. In a world full of noise, the Zoo is a place for connection, reflection, encouragement, and real talk about faith, life, and purpose. Hi, I'm Sean, and I want to tell you a little more about who the Zoo Radio Network is. We are not backed by corporations. We are not driven by profit. We are powered by people. Your support keeps the Zoo broadcasting not only great Christian music, but also modern pop, classical, country, and live programming that speaks to real life. It allows us to produce shows like Your Path Live with Bishop Mark, stream worship services, amplify unheard voices, and remain accessible to anyone who needs hope. No paywall, no barriers. So, why does your support matter? Running a radio network takes more than passion. It takes broadcasting and streaming infrastructure, music licensing and royalties, studio equipment and technical support, website hosting and digital platforms, outreach, promotion, and community programming. Every dollar given goes directly into keeping the Zoo strong, stable, and growing. This is more than radio. The Zoo is ministry without walls. It reaches the lonely at night. It reaches the seeker who won't walk into a church. It reaches the believer who needs to be reminded they're not alone. When you give, you are not just funding a station. You are investing in lives being touched every single day. How can you help? We have a program designed so that all can give without breaking the bank. One-time gift, make an immediate impact. monthly partner, become part of the backbone of the zoo, sponsor a program or hour of airtime, dedicate it in honor or memory of someone meaningful. No gift is too small. Every gift moves the mission forward. Stand with us. Keep the signal alive. If the zoo has encouraged you, challenged you, comforted you, or helped you feel connected, now is your chance to give back. Support the Zoo Radio Network today and help us continue broadcasting hope, truth, and real faith into a world that desperately needs it. Give, share, be part of the voice. Visit www.yourdallas.church and go to the Donate tab to make your tax-deductible donation today. Thank you from all of us at the Zoo Radio Network.
Dallas Universal Life Church, led by Bishop Mark, has cultivated a unique approach to Christianity that emphasizes selflessness, an open dialogue with God, and service to others. The church's values are centered around being men and women for others, and they actively seek out opportunities to serve their community. Bishop Mark's leadership approach is refreshing, encouraging people to have raw and honest conversations with God and promoting an inclusive relationship with the divine. Their belief in accepting all beliefs and ideologies and recognizing the path to God is unique and fosters an environment of inclusivity and acceptance. In today's world, where divisiveness seems to be the norm, Dallas Universal Life Church offers a refreshing and inspiring approach to faith. Their values of selflessness, service, and inclusion are a testament to the positive impact that religion can have on individuals, communities, and society as a whole.
For more information about Dallas Universal Life Church, please visit www.yourdallas.church.
I've walked through fire, my soul's worn thin. Every scar a story, every loss a win. The nights were heavy, the days ran dry, but I learned to dance beneath the troubled sky. I held the weight, I broke and bent, but every tear was time well spent. I'm grateful for the storms, for the rain, for the pain, for the cracks in my heart, for the lessons that remain. Every stumble, every fall, every moment I thought was the end. They built me up, made me strong, made me who I am.
Oh, there we are. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. I'm your host, Bishop Mark Zorn, coming to you live from Dallas, Texas, at Dallas Universal Life Church, as we do every Wednesday evening at 5:30 Central Time. And we are here. It's now 6 o'clock Central Time, and beautiful 54 degrees here in Dallas. You know, we had the freezing weather last week. Just last week, we were in days of not getting above freezing and snow on the ground, lots of snow on the ground, ice on the ground. Which, if anybody knows about Texas, that just shuts us down here. And now it's beautiful 54 degrees outside. They always say if you don't like the weather in Texas, wait 5 minutes, and that's about true. About true. So here we are. Kind of messes with your wardrobe, though. You never really know what you're going to wear. In fact, the weather, my weather app actually comes up, or not my weather app, the TV station here sends a text every morning with the weather, and it actually doesn't say the weather first. It says what to wear today is what its first thing it says. You know, raincoat, sweater, shorts, a tank top. You know, you never know. I've seen it go from 100 degrees in the daytime to nearly freezing at night. That big of a difference. I really have in Texas in one day. It's crazy. But, global warming and climate change is not real. It's fake news. Okay. So tonight we're talking about what? We're talking about you and the way you live your life and how you manage things in your life, whether it's right or wrong. We all do it. And the fact that God knows that we do it, and he knows the real us. He knows all of our secrets. We can't hide from him. And if you're feeling guilty about something, you're feeling like you have to hide something from anybody to begin with, then you maybe want to look at that a little closer and see why you feel that way. Because I believe that guilt and shame and things like that, those are gifts from God to say, hey, if you don't know what you're doing right here, if you're not really sure about if this is right or wrong, I'm pretty much telling you it's wrong. And you got feeling you get in your stomach and it's, oh, well, no, I don't know about this. That's why it's there. That's why it feels like that. And so that should be a red flag to you to go, wait a minute. Why am I doing this? What's the benefit here? What is this right? Is this right? Okay. Of course, you can call in. We can talk about this topic here we're talking about. You can call in and talk about anything you want to talk about. We can pray. We can laugh. We can cry. We can talk about your day. We can talk about your relationship. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Give me a call. That QR code right there on the top of your screen, or just dial in. It's tinyurl.com/BishopMark24. tinyurl.com/BishopMark24. It's very simple. Don, I know you hear me. I know you're going to try and call in, so don't do user error tonight. I know you can get on there. Either use your camera and click on that QR code or use the tiny URL. You can handle this. I know you can. And so can all the rest of you too. Y'all can handle calling in. It's not that hard. I'm really not that much of an ogre to talk to. I promise you. Promise. Okay. I fell in, well, if you didn't see the episode last week, I fell and broke my patella. And if you don't know what your patella is, it's your kneecap. I broke my right kneecap. And so I'm in this splint thing, this thing on my leg to keep my leg straight so that it will heal right. Well, it doesn't make it very easy sitting at a desk. And my foot, it was just going to sleep here. So I had to kind of rearrange and get I got a little stool under here to keep my feet up, because if I just go down, I was like, hanging over. So if you see me kind of scooting around a little uncomfortably, that's probably why. I'm trying to get my my leg somewhere where it's not going to be, pounding. If you have ever had an injury like that to your kneecap, you got to think about what the kneecap is. It's a pretty thick bone. It's a big bone. It's not the easiest thing to break, and you get blunt force trauma on it. It had to be pretty hard to hit. And I hit it pretty hard. I did. Okay. Tim, you're not in. Oh, there. You're trying to get in there. There you are. Good. But you can't call from right there. Tim's going to call in because y'all won't. See? I can hear myself echoing on his phone already. Go back in the back. You hear that? That's okay. We can get Tim out here. Oh, boy. Dexter. Get off of there. Oh, something exciting going on here in there. Tim, you forgot Dexter. Give him one thing to do. Just one thing. That's just one thing to do. All right. I'll bring him in just a minute. I'm going to make him sit back there and sweat a little bit for a second. I'm watching you. Okay. Let me do this other section, one more section, and then we'll bring Tim on and we'll talk to him. He wants to say something, I'm sure. Something enlightening and beautiful and wonderful and just going to be changing our world. So, the sign you keep ignoring. Here's what people miss. A sign isn't always fireworks. Sometimes the sign is your peace disappeared. Your joy is gone. You feel empty, or if you do the thing you swore you would satisfy you. You keep repeating the same cycle and calling it life. You keep hearing the same warning from different directions. The repetition is a sign. That loss of peace, it's a sign. That inner conviction that won't shut up is a sign. You don't need lightning. You need honesty and action. So here's the moment. You can keep living as a performance, or you can live one life, one you. Not perfect, real. Because integrity is not perfection. Integrity is when your private life matches your public life. Integrity is when you stop managing an image and start living in truth. And listen to me. God can heal what you reveal. No matter what it is, God can heal what you can reveal. But you can't be healed while you're protecting what's killing you. Okay. We'll stop there. And I'm going to go bring Tim on here and see if we can get him on. Tim, you're going to get some better lighting. Yeah. Now do the backlighting. There you go. Turn around with your lights on your face. Okay. Let's see where that in here. Yeah. And here's Tim live on the air. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Bishop Mark.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm enjoying your show tonight. I'm enjoying your show tonight. It's like you're talking directly to me. And I was in the room, I know, but I've done numerous of those scenarios, sometimes in multiple ones at the same time.
Right.
And that you mentioned earlier, and I've been in a rut for a long time, and I need to find a job in the worst way, and I need to get some stuff started, and so I'm
What's
hoping
stopping
to.
You?
Intimidation or like I'm anxious about it's been a while since I've had the full-time job thing, and for various reasons, and so like I'm worried that I'll mess it up basically, and that's the biggest thing. I'm worried that I'll mess it up, and you can get in a rut even if it's a bad situation rut. You can still get in a rut, and I'm just worried that I'll mess it up mostly.
So you're worried about something that hasn't happened yet.
Right, I know. That makes sense. But
I'm going to tell you something that I learned from a spiritual advisor. And it's very simple. Live in the moment. Because that's the only thing that's real. The past is the past. It's gone. It's not real anymore. It's only up here. And the future hasn't happened yet. So it's not real. The only real thing going on with you right now is right now. And that fear of failure is common. It's natural, but you know what? You have to be a little more logical here. So if you continue on the path you're on and continue to be afraid of failing and acting on that and not doing what you're supposed to be doing to better your life and to help yourself, well, do you think that you just will never have a job again in your entire life?
If I keep going the way
it's going to happen. And I hate to put it that way, but at some point, you've got to take yourself up by the back of the neck and go, look, this is enough. I don't care. Right. I don't care about failing. I'm failing now. This is failing. Yeah. At least if I try, I tried. I can say I tried. Because the only way you learn anything and the only way you improve your life is by failing. That's how you make those mistakes, and it makes you a better person. So don't be afraid of failing. It's important. Okay?
Yes, sir.
What else you got for me?
No, not much. I was just hoping you could pray with me to help me.
I can. I'm over the front door. Somebody's knocking at my front door. Right in the middle of
okay.
We'll let them in.
You're coming. Okay. All right.
Of course. Freaking
Thanks, sir.
I told y'all the show wasn't until 6:30. So y'all are live in the air. Here we go.
Hey, quick.
Okay. Never a dull moment here at Dallas Universal Life Church. I promise you, it's never a dull moment. And the doggies made sure of that. Okay, let me see if I can get Tim back on the line here.
Hey.
Hi, Tim.
Yep. Hey,
Let
okay.
lunch go- lunch is
I'm
gonna
trying
be
to keep your
quiet.
children behaved.
All right. Oh, he stopped. Peace. All right.
Yeah.
So what were you saying to me? I'm sorry.
I'm trying to keep
No,
your children in
stop,
line.
stop. Turn your face into the light. I can't see you. All I see is backlight. There you go.
Yeah.
Now what?
No, they were silent for a minute because they were just going to drink water. So, but
Well,
they're
whatever it
quiet though. So
takes.
let's not jinx it.
What can I do for you? What else can I do for you, Tim?
I guess that's it.
No, you want me to pray with you, right?
Oh, yeah, please.
Not important. Listen,
Yeah.
one thing, since I know you, Tim, I'm going to spill some of your beans here. Okay.
Okay.
Look, you've got to start praying, and I know it's a discipline that you don't get yet. We've talked about this before. You know, I tell you all the time about hearing the voice of God and hearing that. Not that voice, the voice of God. Until you start to pray the right way, until you start to make it a daily routine, until you start to really make that part of your life, you're never going to get there. And I don't want to see that. I want to see you get there. I believe you can. You just got to take 10 minutes out of your day and do it. Seriously, 10 minutes is nothing. Even if you do it at the same time every day, it's like kind of like taking a medicine. I know you have trouble with that too, but taking medicine, you get up at a certain time, you take the medicine at a certain time. Every day you build a routine around that and you start to do it. Okay.
I would love that. Yeah.
So let's do this. I'll pray with you now, and you got to promise me to start praying every day.
Okay.
All right. Now your head with you, Tim. I'm live on the air here. He's trying to tickle my feet.
Hey, stop.
Okay, here we go. Lord have mercy. Father in heaven, we come to you tonight with our brother Tim, who is having some issues with taking that leap of faith, with moving on, with getting out of the rut. Father, we ask that you kick him in the butt. Literally. We ask that you show him that failure is not trying and failing. That's not the true failure. The true failure is not trying. But we ask that you help him to hear your word, to hear your advice, to hear your guidance, and to heed it. We ask all of this through Christ our Lord. Amen. All right,
Amen.
Tim, he's going to kick you in the butt, I promise.
Yep, I hope so.
All right. See you later, or in a minute. Yeah. Y'all don't call in, see what we have to do? I'm not going to waste the call in. I mean, it costs money to have these lines all set up for you. You have to get the software ready to do this. If we didn't have to do the software to call in things, it would be a lot cheaper. So I'm not wasting it. Okay, we've got about 15 more minutes. That's plenty of time because I got to finish this up. And we're going to go with now. I can move here. You ready? Now we move from where we were before Tim, from conviction. Lord have mercy. I'm going to get this out somehow. Now we move from conviction to action. Do not turn this into a wow, that was powerful moment, and then go right back to the same mess. Here's what you do. Name what you're hiding. One sentence, no speech. Okay. Number 2, name why you're hiding it. Fear, shame, pleasure, control, escape. Number 3, remove easy access. Stop leaving the door open to what destroys you. Number 4, confess plainly to God. No performance prayer, just truth. You don't have to do all that junk. Just talk to him like he's a human being because, he's probably pretty close to what you are. He made you his image. So he understands you. You don't have to get all grand. Number 5, bring it into the light with one safe person. One mature, safe, wise person who's not going to judge you for it, but it's going to help you. Just somebody that can keep you on your path and kind of nudge you a little bit if they see you going off the path a little bit. Number 6, replace the coping mechanism. Rebuild your life with what's healthy and holy. Now, you don't just stop a behavior. It doesn't happen that way. You replace a system. So the line in the sand, here we go. I'm going to say it as plainly as I know how. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. If you're hiding, stop. You're not fooling God. And you're not protecting yourself. You're shrinking your life. You're trading peace for secrecy. You're trading freedom for comfort. And you don't have to live like that. You can come out of hiding. You can stop stalling. You can choose truth tonight. Now, the only thing I have left on here is my closing prayer. And I don't want to do that yet. I've got a few minutes before I start that. I'm reading my notes now that say, if I need to extend the time further, I should have done this, and this, and it's all the end of my speech here. That's the best place to put it. Okay. Look. How do I bring this together here? If not now, when? Quit with the later games. Quit with the indecisiveness. Quit with well, it's not even indecisiveness. You're deciding what to do. Quit stalling. What have you got to lose at this point? I mean, you're exhausted. You're pushing yourself to limits that you don't need to be doing. Life is not supposed to be like that. Life doesn't have to be like that. Life doesn't even have to be a secret that you're hiding all these things about yourself, and then you feel horrible and you have to put up a facade for yourself. That's a bunch of baloney. I know we all do it. I know we have this image we put up, this facade we put up. Even when we're not feeling good, whatever it is, we've got to put up this facade because that's what we do. You don't have to. Stop it. Be honest about how you feel. Be honest about who you are. Be honest about what you're doing. And if you feel shameful about what you're doing, stop it. That's all there is to it. And if you can't, get some help. If you need somebody to help you, call the church. Call any church. They'll help you with whatever the issue is. I'm not talking about just, the common issues we're talking about. I'm talking about anything. You have a problem, contact your church. The church that's what they're there for. They will help you find what you need to find. They'll help you get the help you need to get. And you might just need somebody just to talk to, or you might just need somebody just to validate that you're doing the right thing. Sometimes it's not easy. I mean, we should know the right between right and wrong, but sometimes it can get a little cloudy. And so sometimes it's nice to have somebody who's maybe been there or has a little more expertise in life, and they can tell you. Now, I wish in America, I wish that we treated our elderly in this country more like they do in the eastern parts of the world, the Far East. They revere their elderly. They put them on pedestals. They're held higher in higher esteem. And here we seem to, they get old and they get useless, and we put them in nursing homes and sometimes forget about them. And I think that's a waste. I think that's a real mistake for us as a country, as a race, as a people, because we're losing so much by that. There's so much knowledge. I mean, look, people get older, their memories fade. They start talking about some gibberish that you don't really want to hear about, but that's okay. I mean, they put up with you talking gibberish all your life. But I guarantee you, some of what they're saying, so what you're calling gibberish, is something that really could probably help you in your life and make you take a different road that maybe isn't quite so bumpy. I think that's what life's about. We're all trying to improve on it. Every time a generation comes along, we're trying to improve the life and making it better. And I think we've done that through time, through history. This AI thing that may stop all that, but who knows? But listen to people who've been there. I mean, that makes sense to me. It's just common sense. If they've been there and been through it, they probably know something about it. So I want to learn about that. That's the only thing I've always tried to do. And it's helped me a lot in my life, is listening to my elders. Not all of them, Not all of them. Not all of them are perfect. We're all human. But take what you can and leave the rest. That's what I say about that. Okay. Announcements here. Coming up this Friday. We have the official starts of the weekend with Bishop Mark on the Zoo, THEZUE.net. That's our radio station. Check it out. We had a commercial about them earlier. We're doing a fundraiser trying to get some money for that radio station to keep it alive. It's not cheap to run a radio station. It's not cheap to run a church. It's not cheap to run a TV station. Believe me, I know. Anyway, THEZUE.net at 5 p.m. this Friday, 5 p.m. Central Time this Friday is the official starts of the weekend with Bishop Mark. I'll be there to help you kind of ease into your weekend and let the week go. Like I was just telling Tim, the past is the past. So it's not really real anymore. The future hasn't happened yet, so it's not really real anymore. So the only thing that's real in your life is right now, the present. That's the only thing you need to worry about is right now. That's already passed. The next, right now. And if you do that, I'm not saying you're not plan. I'm not saying you're not just forget about everything. I'm saying this is what you need to concentrate on is right now. You need to put some blinders on a little bit sometimes and say, look, I need to concentrate. I need to work on what I'm doing right now, not worry about what happened here and what's going to happen there. Because it distracts you. Anyway, so what's happening this Friday in the future, make a plan for it, is exploring the official starts week with Bishop Mark at 5 p.m. on the Zoo, THEZUE.net. Then Sunday, if my voice holds up, because it's already starting to crack now, Sunday, we're going to have Exploring Your Faith Live with Bishop Mark. That is our Sunday service, followed by the Bishop's Round Table. That's at 3 p.m. Central Time. And you can catch that on dulc.online.church, dulc.online.church. Of course, we're also on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. You can catch us live. You can also catch it on the DULC TV network. And you get to that by going to our website, which is yourdallas.church, and clicking on the website link at the top. There's a link with all of our broadcasting partners up there at the top. You can go and listen to us on the radio. You can watch us on all the various networks and whatever. DULC.online, yourdallas.church, or DULC.online.church. You want to watch the service on Sunday. And of course, next Wednesday, we come back here with Exploring Your Faith Live with Bishop Mark. Now, understand this, coming up, we have Lent coming up in 14 days. So it's an early Lent. I told you it's going to be early this year. It's the 18th. It's going to be Ash Wednesday. On that day, we will probably have a programming change. We'll probably have to cut early from our Your Path show because our service is scheduled, our candlelight service for Ash Wednesday is scheduled at 6:30. That's when we end the show, and I have to get dressed. So you will probably even start a little early. What I'll do is probably start a little early on our TV show that day. So I'll let you know next week exactly what I'm going to do. But I think it's probably maybe half an hour early instead of 5. We'll start at 4:30 if I can be on time. It's not set in stone yet, but I think that's what we're going to go with. Okay. Is that it? I've got a very, very good sermon series for Lent and Easter. And so you don't want to miss it. I guarantee you. It's only 40 days, folks, but this is going to be an action-packed one. This is going to be a good one. It's a good one. You're not going to want to miss this one. I was reading over it today, and it's going to be interesting. Sermon packages are study. You either get a real good one or you can get a real bad one. It's a big difference. And I've done one that was phenomenal, and I'm trying to catch that golden goose again because it was really amazing. And in fact, I almost redid the actual sermon series this year, but I decided against it. I decided to go with something new. I've yet to repeat a sermon. In 10 years I've been preaching with this church, I have not repeated a sermon at all. So we keep doing that, keep that record going. All right. I talk too fast. That's all there is to it. I'm going to stall. I need some more water. 5 more minutes on the line here. Okay. Let's do this. We'll do our closing prayer, and then I will say good night to you after that, and maybe some more words of encouragement or something. I don't know. Think of something. All right. Bow your head with me, folks. Here we go. God, we are done performing. We confess we have been waiting for signs when we already know what you've been saying. We confess we have been hiding parts of ourselves because we're afraid of consequences, afraid of change, afraid of being seen. But you already see us. So tonight, we choose truth. Break the power of secrecy. Break the cycle of delay. Break the addiction to comfort. Break the grip of the habits that own us. Give us courage to face ourselves without excuses. Give us humility to ask for help. Give us strength to take the next right step. And as we stand 14 days from Ash Wednesday, let these days be a turning point, not a countdown to more pretending, but a return to integrity. Light over darkness, truth over excuses, freedom over bondage. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. Again, a lot there. It seems like I have a lot to give you every week, and I know it can be overwhelming. So if you didn't get it all, watch the rerun. It'll be, as soon as we're done here, it goes right into our live folder on the YouTube page, which is youtube.com/DULC. Is that right? Yeah. youtube.com/DULC. It's a pound, I think. It's youtube.com/@DULC. That's what it is. I had to think about that. youtube.com/@DULC. So come see me Friday at THEZ. I got all these little things I got to remember, all these little addresses. THEZRE.net this Friday for exploring the official starts the weekend. And of course, don't miss service on Sunday. And make sure you plan on being there for Ash Wednesday. Ash Wednesday is the 18th of the month this year, 18th of February. It's 4 days after Valentine's Day. So we have a beautiful candlelight service that we do, and we dispense ashes on Ash Wednesday. And it's really one, if you've never seen it, you really want to probably come and watch it, because it's moving. It's very nice. I enjoy doing that service a lot. That's one of my favorite days of the church year. My other one is another candlelight service we do, and that's Good Friday. And that's also coming up in about 40 days, about 50 days now. So 55 days. Folks, that's going to do it for us tonight here at Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. I do appreciate you coming and being here. I wish you called in, and I hope that maybe you can do that next week. We'll be here right back here at 5:30 p.m. Central Time to do the same thing, talk about some more stuff, and hopefully talk to you right here at yourpath.online.church. Don't forget that address, yourpath.online.church, for next week at 5 o'clock. Good folks, have a great night, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us for Your Path Live with Bishop Mark. Have a great week. We'll see you next time. God bless you.